Welcome to SATV News. This is Shahla Bint Shafi with the headlines. Khaleeda Zia's condition unchanged, remains in same critical state under treatment. BNP cancels Victory Torch Roadshow. Government will issue travel pass in a day if Tariq wants to return home, says foreign advisor. No formal talks with India yet. Two hacked, shot dead in broad daylight outside Khulna Court. Clash over land leaves 3 dead in Kurigram. The physical condition of BNP chairperson Khaleeda Zia has not improved and she remains in the same critical state under treatment, BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi said today. Khaleeda Zia's physical condition has not changed. The medical board has not yet given any recommendation regarding her treatment abroad. No decision can be taken without the board's advice, he said at an emergency press conference at the party's Neapolitan office. He also announced that the BNP has suspended all programs for December due to Khaleeda Zia's health condition. The party has urged the public to pray for her recovery. Addressing the crowds gathering in front of the hospital, Rizvi said excessive public presence hampers medical activities. Everyone is requested not to gather at the hospital. Please pray for her from wherever you are, he said. Rizvi added that BNP leaders remain in regular contact with Khaleeda Zia's medical team and the board is providing all updates regarding her condition. The former Prime Minister was rushed to Evercare Hospital last Sunday after experiencing breathing difficulties. She has long suffered from heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, liver cirrhosis, kidney complications and other ailments. Yesterday, Khaleeda's personal physician Dr. AZM Zahid Hussain said her physical condition has remained unchanged for the past 3 days. The BNP has cancelled its previously announced Victory Torch Roadshow to mark the month of victory as chairperson Khaleeda Zia is unwell. The BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi made the announcement today at a press conference at the Central Party office in Neapolitan. The party had announced yesterday that it would hold a 16-day special Victory Torch Roadshow as a part of its celebration of the country's 55th Victory Day. The event was supposed to begin on 1st December at the historic Kalurghat radio station in Chattogram. BNP chairperson Khaleeda Zia's family is planning to take her to London for advanced treatment if her physical condition improves. The party's acting chairman Tariq Rahman's advisor Mahdi Amin wrote this in a Facebook post today. Efforts are underway to arrange a special air ambulance equipped with modern medical technology for her transfer, he wrote. Mahdi added that Khaleeda's son Tariq Rahman and his wife have already contacted the London hospital and the doctors under whose care Khaleeda had recovered significantly during her 4-month stay earlier this year. The interim government will issue a travel pass in a day if the BNP's acting chairman Tariq Rahman wants to return to Bangladesh, said Foreign Affairs Advisor Tawhid Hassan today. He made the remarks while speaking at the DCAB Talk, an event hosted by the Diplomatic Correspondents Association Bangladesh DCAB in Dhaka, according to media reports. The advisor's comment came a day after Tariq said despite his strong desire to return to Bangladesh to be by the side of his ailing mother, BNP chairperson Khaleeda Zia, the decision is not entirely his to make. In a Facebook post yesterday, he said his mother remains in a critical state under intensive care and that the entire nation beyond political lines has been praying for her recovery. He noted that Chief Advisor Mohammad Yunus has promised full medical support while local and foreign doctors continue to provide the highest level of professional and sincere care for the former Prime Minister. Referring to his own situation, Tariq said, "Like any child, I long to feel my mother's comforting touch during such a crisis. But unlike others, I do not have unrestricted or independent authority to decide on returning home." He added that the issue is sensitive and cannot be elaborated further. The Election Commission is holding its final preparatory meeting with secretaries to review at least 22 issues ahead of the 13th National Parliament election, including maintaining peace and order, preparing polling officers and removing early campaign materials. The international ministerial meeting began at 3 p.m. today. The Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin is presiding over the meeting with representatives from 34 ministries, divisions and agencies in attendance. These include the Cabinet Division, the Ministries of Home Affairs, Public Administration, Foreign Affairs, Finance, Health, Law, Local Government, Power and Energy, ICT and Shipping, as well as Bangladesh Bank, BTV, Bangladesh Betar, LGED and the Education Engineering Department. According to EC officials, this follows an initial preparatory meeting held on 30 October and is meant to finalize the remaining arrangements. Officials said the main focus is on determining the extent of support each ministry or division will provide during the national election and referendum. Key agenda items include planning and coordination with the Ministry of Home Affairs and law enforcement agencies to maintain peace during the polls. Vehicular movement on the Chattogram-Cox's Bazar highway remains disrupted after locals blocked several sections since this morning, demanding an upgrade to a 6-lane road to reduce deadly accidents. Protesters in Lohagara and Shatkania upazilas put barricades on the highway around 11 a.m., halting vehicular movement there. The protesters said that over the past few years, several accidents claiming nearly 100 lives have occurred because of the narrow highway and its dangerous curves. They urged the authorities to take immediate steps to upgrade the highway to 6 lanes. Confirming the incident, officer in charge of Dohazari Highway Police Station, Salahuddin Choudhury, told that the barricades had been placed on different sections of the highway, creating long queues of vehicles. "Our police are working to resolve the issue," he said. Gunmen launched a deadly assault that left 2 individuals dead today on the Khulna District and Session Judge Court premises, causing panic in the area. The victims, identified as Hasib Hawaldar and Rajan, both residents of Khulna's Notun Bazar area, were fatally shot and then brutally hacked with sharp weapons just outside the court gate at around 12:15 p.m. Shafiqul Islam, officer in charge OC of Khulna Shodor Police Station, said the victims were taken to Khulna Medical College Hospital after being shot by miscreants, where doctors declared both of them dead. According to eyewitnesses, Hasib and Rajan, who were out on bail in an arms case, had just finished attending a court hearing. They were having tea after parking their motorcycle when suddenly a group of 4 to 5 assailants approached them on foot and opened fire. Even as the victims collapsed, grievously wounded by gunfire, the miscreants continued their assault, hacking them with cleavers before fleeing the scene. Shakil Hawaldar, brother of the deceased Hasib, said, "My brother was accused in an arms case a few days ago. He came to court today to attend a hearing for that case. We have no idea who carried out this attack or why." Khulna Metropolitan Police KMP Assistant Police Commissioner Shihab Karim stated the crime scene has been cordoned off and investigation has begun to uncover who is involved in this attack and what their motives was. Police said efforts are underway to collect CCTV footage from the court area and technical analysis is being conducted to identify the perpetrators. 3 people, including a woman, were killed in a clash between 2 groups over a land dispute in Kurigram's Nageshwari Upazila this afternoon. 2 of the deceased were identified as Irshad and Kulsum, said Rezaul Karim Reza, officer in charge of Nageshwari Police Station. The clash erupted when the members of rival groups attacked each other with local weapons during an argument over a piece of disputed land at Haila village under Santoshpur Union, the OC said. The bodies were sent to the hospital morgue for autopsy. Police have been deployed in the area to prevent deterioration of law and order, he added. Health assistants continued their indefinite work to stoppage today to press home their 6-point demand, including upgrading their post to the 14th grade. The several thousand health assistants under the banner of the Bangladesh Health Assistant Association began a sit-in yesterday morning and stayed overnight at the Central Shahid Minar in Dhaka, said Fazlul Haq Chaudhry, member secretary of the Bangladesh Health Assistant Association Central Coordination Council. He added that the health advisor had called them for a meeting and an 11-member team was on its way to the secretariat for discussions, he told his correspondent at around 12:30 p.m. But we will not withdraw our program unless the government issued GO, government order upgrading our entry post from 16th grade to 14th grade, he said. On November 23rd, the association announced it would launch a work stoppage if its demands were not met by November 28th. Health assistants serve as frontline public health workers, particularly in rural and hard-to-reach areas, conducting routine vaccination sessions, among other responsibilities. The association has long demanded amendment to the recruitment rules and an end to salary discrimination and the granting of technical status among 6 key demands. They observed a work abstention in early October to the press, the same demands but withdrew after receiving assurances from the authorities. Viewers, we are taking a short break. Please stay with us.
এখন 16 কোটি মানুষের হাতের নাগালে দীর্ঘ 30 বছর ধরে বিশ্বস্ততা ও দ্রুততার সাথে সেবা দেওয়ায় গ্রাহক সেবায় এখন শীর্ষে। বাংলাদেশে গ্রাহক সেবার সাফল্যের পর SA পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন বিশ্ব বাণিজ্য কেন্দ্র সিঙ্গাপুরে। আপনার যে কোনো পণ্য সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে বাংলাদেশে বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন। SA পরিবহন প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড, লজিস্টিক্স পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, 22 Roberts Lane, Singapore 218302. Phone 0065 629 24900. বাংলাদেশ থেকে সিঙ্গাপুরে পণ্য বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন ঢাকা সহ দেশের যে কোনো 80টি শাখা কেন্দ্রে। SA পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, আপনার সেবা সব সময়।
Welcome, Grand Palace Hotel, Dhaka. A majestic lobby blending timeless elegance with modern design. Experience 5-star comfort in suites and rooms. Sophisticated fine dining restaurant. Crystal clear swimming pool for ultimate relaxation. Modern gym and serene spa for well-being. Perfect venue for corporate events, weddings and parties. Seamless and secured. Elegant and eye-catching design. Indulge, relax, discover the first 5-star chain hotels in Bangladesh. Grand Palace Hotel Dhaka, 22 Kakrail, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Welcome to Grand Club at Mirpur 10, Dhaka. Elegant spa and wellness facility for ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. US President Donald Trump's administration has ordered its diplomats worldwide to stop processing visas for Afghan nationals, according to a State Department cable seen by Reuters, effectively suspending the special immigration program for Afghans who helped the United States during its 20-year-long occupation of their home country. The cable sent to all U.S. diplomatic posts on Friday says that effective immediately, consular offices are instructed to reject any immigrant or non-immigrant visa applications from Afghan nationals, including applicants for special immigrant visas. On Wednesday, a former member of one of the Afghans' CIA-backed units was accused of shooting 2 U.S. National Guard soldiers in Washington, D.C. One of them later died. The State Department on Saturday referred Reuters to a statement on a platform X by Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Friday, in which he said that all individuals traveling on Afghan passports would have their visa issuance paused. The cable on Friday, which was earlier reported by the New York Times, said the move to stop processing visas for Afghan nationals was aimed at ensuring the applicant's identity and eligibility for a visa under U.S. law. A volunteer group helping support the United States Afghan allies said the cable was a part of an effort by Trump administration to bar all Afghans from making it to the United States. Ukrainian naval drones hit 2 sanctioned tankers in the Black Sea as they headed to a Russian port to load up with oil designated for foreign markets, an official said on Saturday, as Kyiv tries to pile pressure on Russia's vast oil industry. The 2 oil tankers, identified as the Kairos and Virat, were empty and sailing to a major Russian Black Sea oil terminal, the official at the Security Service of Ukraine told Reuters. Naval drones could be seen speeding towards hulking tankers, followed by powerful explosions that caused fires on the vessels, video footage shared by the officials showed. Reuters could not independently verify the identity of the tankers in the clips or the location and date of the footage. Video shows that after being hit, both tankers sustained critical damage and were effectively taken out of service. This will deal a significant blow to Russian oil transportation, the official said in a written statement. Ukraine has been attacking Russian oil refineries for months, using long-range aerial drones to strike far behind the front lines of Moscow's full-scale against war. The strikes on the tankers represent a different kind of attack. Indonesian domestic helper Vita spoke of the confusion inside Hong Kong high-rise apartment complex as it was engulfed in flames on Wednesday in the city's deadliest fire since 1948. Amid sirens, flying debris and smell of burning, Vita told her employer there was a fire, but her boss did not believe her. After going outside and seeing 2 buildings burning in the Wang Fu Court complex, she pressed again. I just straight talked to my employer. I said, you have to go down now. It was scary. I was going to cry because I saw a lot of people confused, Vita, 49, said. The pair eventually go out and are staying in emergency housing. Vita said she is now praying for those still missing and trying to track down friends among the dozens of migrants workers in the 8-building complex, 7 of which were engulfed in the blaze. The city is now mourning the 128 people known to have died, a toll that is likely to rise with 200 others still unaccounted for. Among them are some of the city's 368,000 foreign domestic helpers, mostly women contracted from low-income Asian countries like the Philippines and Indonesia, who live with their employers often in cramped spaces. They assist them with cooking, cleaning and caring for the young and elderly, many earning monthly wages as low as $642 in one of the world's most expensive cities. Anger over a deadly blaze at a Hong Kong high-rise apartment complex simmered on Sunday as Beijing warned against attempts to use the disaster to disrupt the city, while people across the financial hub continued to mourn for the more than 128 victims. Police on Saturday detained one person who was part of a group that launched a petition demanding government accountability and an independent probe into possible corruption, proper resettlement for the residents and a review of construction oversight, two sources familiar with the matter said. The university student Miles Kwan, 24, was arrested on suspicion of trying to incite sedition in relation to the blaze in the Wang Fu Court complex in the northern Tai Po district, the South China Morning Post reported. Hong Kong police said to not respond on Sunday to a request for comment. The online petition promoted by the group reached over 10,000 signatures by Saturday afternoon before it was closed. A second petition with the same demands has been launched by a Tai Po resident who is now living overseas. Hong Kongers demand the truth and justice, wrote KY in the comment section of the new online petition. Cyclone Ditwa is approaching India's eastern coast after forming near Sri Lanka in the southwest Bay of Bengal, prompting red alerts in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and parts of Puducherry. Chennai and nearby coastal districts remain on high alert. Flight operations in Chennai continued to be disrupted with 47 cancellations on Sunday after 54 on Saturday. Sri Lanka has reported 153 deaths and about 200 people missing due to the storm, says News 24 BD. The India Meteorological Department said the cyclone moved northward at about 5 km per hour on Saturday night and is expected to track close and parallel to the Tamil Nadu-Puducherry coast, coming within 25 to 50 kilometers of the shoreline before making landfall on November 30th. Wind speeds are currently 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. Heavy to extremely heavy rainfall in forecast in several Tamil Nadu districts and the Puducherry Karaikal region, with risk of flooding in low-lying areas and a possible storm surge of up to 1 meter. Tamil Nadu has deployed 28 disaster response teams, prepared 6,000 relief camps and received 5 NDRF teams in Chennai. Rail authorities have set up a dedicated war room for rapid repairs. The death toll from floods and landslides following cyclonic rains in Indonesian islands of Sumatra has risen to 417, the head of the country's disaster mitigation agency said on Sunday, up from a previous figure of 303 dead. Large parts of Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand have been stricken by cyclone-fueled torrential rains for a week, with a rare tropical storm forming in Malacca Strait. At least 279 people are still missing, even as about 80,000 people have been evacuated and hundreds are still stranded in 3 provinces across Sumatra Island, Indonesia's westernmost area. Head of the agency told journalists responders have used helicopters to deliver aid and for logistics in the northern part of the island, which was the hardest hit, with road cuts off and communications infrastructures destroyed by landslides. Pope Leo visited Istanbul's Blue Mosque on Saturday, removing his shoes in a sign of respect but not appearing to pray in his first visit as a leader of the Catholic Church to a Muslim place of worship during his 4-day visit to Turkey. The first US Pope bowed slightly before entering the mosque and was led on a tour of the expansive complex, able to hold 10,000 worshippers by its Imam and the Mufti of Istanbul. Leo, walking in white socks, smiled during the 20-minute visit and joked with one of his guides and the mosque's lead muezzin, the official who leads the daily calls to the prayer. The Vatican appeared surprised that Leo had not stopped to pray during the visit and that he had not been welcomed to the mosque by the head of the Turkish state-run religious organizations known as Diyanet as he had been planned. About 3 hours after the visit, the Vatican released a press statement stating both the prayer and the welcome had occurred, although they had not. The Vatican press office said the release had been sent in error. Before ending, we go through the headlines again. Khaleda Zia's condition unchanged, remains in same critical state under treatment. BNP cancels Victory Torch roadshow. Government will issue travel pass in a day if Tariq wants to return home, says foreign advisor. No formal talks with India yet. 2 hacked, shot dead in broad daylight outside Khulna Court. Clash over land leaves 3 dead in Kurigram. You're updated with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.